Let's take a look at your top 8. You've got the misplaced Soap Yellow on their very first TNE making it to the finals, and you've got mainstay AromaNova from TRS making it to the finals. So they're going to head up head to head to see who is the champion of Summer Challenge number 6, but our players are ready. So let's head down to the action. We've got number 23, AromaNova from TRS versus Soap Yellow of the misplay. Let's head down to the action. All right, welcome everybody to the finals of Summer Challenge number 6. Let's tell our players that they are good to begin, and let's take a look at their opening hands.
AromaNova did not have a very good hand, but now they do. This hand is great. Has a 2-drop in Exploit and a 3-drop in the Deathwing, and they have a removal spell for whatever soapyelo has.
Looks pretty good. On the other side, Soap Yellow's got 2 copies of Seek Power, 3 power in hand, 2 copies of Jada Peacekeeper, and 1 copy of Stayer's Eyes. So not the greatest hand. A lot of like ramp in that hand. Lots of power.
A lot of good value, but not a lot of aggression. Just what you kind of want out of this deck, right?
Yeah.
So I think you just grab the 2-drop out of the hand. It's unfortunate, but I think that's probably where you want to be, because it just stops there. Okay, they decide the Jada is a little bit more powerful than Stayer's Eyes. And then the Stayer's Eyes is going to come out and get them a scout.
Like you said, just lots of values. Just getting value off all these cards, getting a scout off of here, but yeah. You said not much power though.
Yeah, see that Stayer's Eyes, they have a bunch of power in hand, and they risk drawing another power if they bottom the Stayer's Eyes, but I don't think it's powerful enough, right?
Yeah.
You need to be doing more powerful stuff, so they bottom it.
Agreed. Yeah, agreed. I know, Chad, I know we're saying power a bunch in those sentences, but I think you can keep up with which one we mean. Power, they have a lot of power in the sense of the eternal capital P power, but in the term of lowercase powerful things to do, they don't.
Right. AromaNova, if they the problem here is going to be that AromaNova is going to play a threat this turn, and they're going to be met with a Valise plus trigger on the following turn. If they decide to defile, though, they can prevent that.
Mm-hmm.
But they have to be
how thoughtful.
Yeah.
How thoughtful is AromaNova about what Soap Yellow can have? And
yeah.
I mean, we joke about being omnipotent, but, you know, players like Luis Scott Vargas, one of the reasons they're so good is thinking through plays like this. And, you know, lights out Ace too in chat, give Ace a shout out. But you think through not only like, hey, what you're doing, but also, hey, what could my opponent have? What does the turn 4 play on this type of deck look like? And you might be able to say, okay, well, they didn't have a lot of early drops, but a turn 4 play in this deck is oftentimes the Valise. What would happen in that scenario? What would this look like to me? And be able to sort of play either around that.
And in this situation, they won't even play the Valise. They'll just stun 2 units and go for it, because otherwise they would have just blocked with the 2/3 Deathwing and gotten some value off of that, right? So
second copy of D'Angelo might a little worse than the first, but that's okay. AromaNova kind of stuck on power a little bit. It's tough to say stuck on power at 4, but you got Deathwing and Defile. Would have been nice to be able to have both available.
All right, and
a 5th power to cast either one of these D'Angelo Mites.
I think in this case they might just play out this Valise and go for it, and just trade off the Jada with the. Nope, they decide to go for the Manacles again.
Wow.
Interesting. Okay.
Another copy of Manacles. So 2 copies of Manacles on 3 units is not something you see all the time, but yeah, gonna double stun here and keep pushing the damage. That's gonna put AromaNova down to 11.
Yep. Another defile, so AromaNova can defile and puts them basically at no units in play. Oh, they might not even defile this 2/2.
Might not even need to, yeah. Yeah, they're gonna go with the second defile though. That makes Valise quite a bit worse. But now both players with nothing doing. AromaNova has the draw 5 though, or the draw 4.
Gonna play
and a Molar Muck there. Okay.
Moldermuck is actually a really good stopgap here.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay, another
Well.
manacles. They're just gonna play the manacles.
Never mind. Let's
Yep.
get another manacles.
So that puts them down to 7. They're. Oh, they play the seat. Okay, so they know that there's nothing in soapyelo's hand. All right,
All right,
they
Vine
attack.
Grafter here. Yeah, Valise can attack. Kind of a free attack here. Pop the regen. Soapyelo getting a little flooded, and there's power number 5 for AromaNova, except... Oh, did they play a Sigil? They did, so it is not depleted, so they can D'Angelo Might draw 4 here, or you can choose to go to the market. Let's see, market options are black. Well, just going to go to D'Angelo Might.
Yeah, because next turn they could potentially play... Well, in this case, they're probably just going to play a Mandevilla.
Ooh, and then a Deathwing coming next turn, so... Nice for AromaNova to be able to get 2 full blocks out of that Vine Grafter. No overwhelm with the regen, was able to just soak up 8 damage from that Valise here. And Soapyelo, again, nothing in hand, unfortunately for them. And now Mandevilla is going to take out that Valise. And I think AromaNova has turned the corner here.
Yep. Unfortunately, a 2-mana 2/2 is not very good at this stage of the game.
No, not really.
2 costs 2/2.
Yeah, 2 cost 2/2 is not going to be enough here. Second copy of Moldermuck coming down, Deathwing coming down, and that's going to just start getting a lot of pressure. Another copy of Iron Priestess, just not the time to be drawing these for Soapyelo, unfortunately. And now AromaNova can also refill again. 4 more cards from D'Angelo Might. Let's just put that foot down on that pedal, keep it going. Ooh, there's a Dicro as well. 2 copies of Blueprints.
Yep, AromaNova's firing on all cylinders here. I don't think they're certainly the advantage bar is very much in AromaNova's favor right now.
All right, MLNTN, if you're in chat, I guess the next thing we got to build is a live moving advantage bar. I don't know how we're going to code that one, but it'll just be plugged in. I'll have Lights Out Ace on the background in chat, just like moving a bar, just click and dragging a bar. Ace will be on the background, click and dragging a bar left and right.
The A space here.
Yeah.
I mean, they could just block the 2 on, but I mean, it's not really great.
No.
Unfortunately, they block one of these decay units, and they get a 0/0 weapon, but it isn't great.
Yeah, that's not great. Also, I mean, AromaNova is also very happy to throw away that 1/1 Mandevilla because it means you can get it back with the heirloom and do it again.
Right.
It's almost better for Soapy to leave the 1/1 in a way because you don't want him to get the trigger again. It might be too little too late. It probably doesn't matter at this point, but it's a free kill for AromaNova.
And another power off the top for Soapyelo. Unfortunately, when you draw more power than an opponent that drew like 10 more cards than you, that's not a recipe for success.
Yeah.
Some blood happened there for Yellow.
Yep. Well, unfortunately for Soapy there, but well played by AromaNova. That was actually pretty nice how they were able to... they have so much pressure, so many units, I feel like, that whole game. Remember, Soapyelo had to play 3 Manacles just to deal with the board as it was. And then AromaNova was able to D'Angelo Might and just refill. I've been impressed with D'Angelo Might. It's expensive. I mean, it's 5 costs, but man, drawing 5, drawing 6 has just been so good tonight.
Yeah, but imagine the same scenario, but Soapyelo has the Argo technique, and then they played D'Angelo's Might, and they probably won't play the D'Angelo's Might. I think the AromaNova knows not to play into that kind of thing. But imagine that happens, and you almost lose on the spot, right? When you get a 1/5 tempo disadvantage, right? And another kind of anemic hand for they have a Manacles and Houndmaster, and those are good cards, but they have 5 power. And from AromaNova's side, they have a pretty solid hand. I think they're probably going to keep this. It is a little slow, but they have the right cards for sure. One of the reasons to play mid-range decks like this is that you very rarely have bad hands, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh. And this hand's great.
Yeah, this hand's a lot better for Soap Yellow. So 3 power. You've got a Stairs Eyes, a Jada, a Varbuk, Hand of Anarchy, and a Seek Power.
Yeah.
Let me get in there. Sorry about that, everyone. Jump into the game here. Didn't miss anything. Soap Yellow on the play, going to discard. We've seen this play a lot. Discard Lingering Influence to draw Justice Sigil and Scout. You kind of just get a free Scout.
Shot is solid. There are better cards, but might just keep it because it is a solid play. They bottomed it. I think they bottomed it, right?
I think so. I couldn't catch it, but I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah, Stairs Eyes number 2 off the top.
I'll play a Jada this turn.
And Dicro the draw for AromaNova. They did draw Sinister Rumors last turn, but gonna go with the Jada this turn, of course.
The Perma is a great draw for them. They do have to use this Seek Power
to get the Primal Sigil. Yeah.
Primal.
But they can still play a Stairs Eyes too after this. They can go Perma into Eyes.
I don't think there are any dual faction units in AromaNova's deck for Varbuk to truly get the most value possibly can, but it's still a pretty solid follow-up next turn. They're gonna discard, they're just gonna get they're just gonna get a Scout.
Sure, get a free Scout. Argo's technique is interesting. That can be a blowout if it's set up the right way. Looks like they're gonna keep that one on top.
On top, they want to counter like a Angelus Might, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah,
actually,
it's flexible.
They can play Varbuk and attack into this 5/5, and they can attack with the.
It's true, and if they play the power, they can attack with the 4/5/2, but you probably don't want to. Yeah, attack with the Varbuk.
Oh, they're just gonna ace space. I like this. I like getting aggressive here.
All right.
They block. Okay. Yep. They get a power. They deal a bunch of damage. They could potentially, but they're not going to use the Aragos technique.
Yeah. And save that for something better. All right. Down to 8. So now, no power for AromaNova. Look at that. So can't play either of the Mandavillas. That's huge.
Yeah, but they do have a Deathwing here as a chump blocker. Not a chump blocker. It trades with it.
Yeah. And this Impending Doom is, I mean, it's not going to kill you. You're still 7 turns away, but it's that 1 damage is getting more and more meaningful.
Unfortunately, they can't attack here.
Yeah, you really can't.
In a great situation, I think they have to pass. They're desperate enough. They're desperate. Actually, this can actually draw a card this turn. It's kind of
Courier Albatross. All right, with Amplify to draw a card. And
drew
Lay Siege. That's huge.
That is huge. They can definitely attack into this.
Oh yeah, they can definitely attack now. I'm gonna put it at 6. It's not quite lethal, so I'm not sure if it actually. I mean, it stinks. With the 5/5 in the region, it doesn't really do much. It kills the Deathwing, maybe.
So the Albatross is a soldier. That means that if they decide to block it, that this Argos technique is actually gonna trade up with it. Not even trade up with it. With the Lay Siege, it's going to be quite the blowout. Yeah, they can't attack with the 2/2 because it's not a soldier, but they can attack with these two. Do you smell it? Nope. Okay, they have to use both though. So.
Yeah, and there's the Lay Siege. You called it.
And they also have to use the Argos technique. I think they might just use it as a draw soldier, but no,
they are gonna take care of the Impending Doom with that.
Play the Lay Siege first so that they could test for a pause, see if there's a Defile or not.
Yeah, no power. Oh man, look at this hand. 2 Mandavillas, 2 Dicros, and can't play either one. Gonna have to go get Blackout the Skies. And yeah, that'll just drop the 2/2, but
I think I would have played the Dovid first because you can get a D'Angelo, the Houndmaster.
True.
You can
get a couple different things, yeah. It's gonna put AromaNova down to 3. Let's Dovid. See what the Janitor has in store. Has a Valise in store like that? That would have been a good one.
Yep.
That's why we play it
decided
first.
to keep it. Okay. Yeah.
But it doesn't matter.
That's
I think
not
it's
gonna matter.
game. Yeah. AromaNova never hit 5th power.
I think if they A space, yeah. Oh no. Okay, they're gonna ace base anyway.
Yeah, it
Okay.
doesn't matter. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna be it. Soap Yellow's gonna tie it up. We're going to game 3, folks. That's a little unfortunate for AromaNova fans there. That was kind of brutal. If you look at what AromaNova had in hand there, 5, 5, 6, 6, 5, all their best cards.
Yeah, but that's one of the drawbacks to running a bunch of 6 drops in your deck and 5 drops.
Fair point.
you know, 4 isn't that unreasonable to get stuck on in a power-based game, right?
Alrighty, let's get ready. Looks like they are ready for game 3. So this is it. Okay, you can say it now, Theo. This is for it all.
This is for all the marbles.
It is for all the marbles this time. All right, let's sit down. Game 3, tied up. Soap Yellow 1, AromaNova 1. Let's tell the players they are good to go. Soap Yellow snap kept their hand of Jada, Valise, and 2 copies of Arbok. A little slow, but
yeah, I don't know about snap keeping this hand. It is okay though. It is okay. It has all the power and influence besides the double primal for the Valise in the deck. Like it actually can cast these Varbucks.
AromaNova also keeping this. It's a little aggressive, but they do have the plunder off the exploit and potentially get a Molder Muck. But it's for when you come off of game 2. This is, I mean, heads credit to AromaNova for not being results oriented. You come off of game 2 where you got power screwed and never hit your 5th power to then keep a hand with 2 power, a 5-drop, 5-drop, 6-drop. Well,
they actually have to plunder one of these shadow cards though. They can't plunder the Dichro. They have to plunder maybe the D'Angelo's Might. I mean, that might be the thing that they plunder here.
Right.
They have to plunder a shadow card though,
right?
Otherwise,
to
they
get the
won't
Molder Muck. Yeah.
Molder Muck and or the Mandevilla.
Right. They're gonna take the lease out of the hands. Yeah. So they're gonna take the D'Angelo Might to get that second shadow, so they can cast the Molder Muck. Iron Priestess to play for Soapy.
Oh, they're just top taking all the power here. Get the Molder Muck on board. So that's another Valise that can't be cast with the current hand.
Yeah, only one primal for Soapy. Notably, AromaNova exploited a card that couldn't be cast.
Right. Yeah, but Valise
still
is
probably
the right.
Yeah, still probably the right pick. And how about a 3rd copy of Valise drawn? Another one that can't be cast. Yeah.
I think they have to play this Varbuck and attack.
I don't like this for Soap Yellow. This is awkward.
Yep.
Yeah, you can attack, but this hand without that second primal, and it's taking too long to get there. The problem is it's too slow, and every turn you give AromaNova, now Mandevella's online. Next turn, Dichro's online.
Right.
It's too late. Like, Valise doesn't even do anything now.
With this. They might just discard a Valise, try to get on board, try to get into the air. Or they could play another Varbuck here, too. Yeah, they know that they can't. They need to find a primal or something.
Yeah,
they need to scout.
And they're gonna look at a Manacles. Okay,
Manacles is fine. I think Manacles.
It's fine. It doesn't. Notably, it doesn't hit the Dichro, but it does. It does take care of what's
right
there.
But they don't know about the Dichro in hand, so
True.
They have to play to board. This is a tough spot for Soap Yellow. They
unfortunate, yeah. Yeah, so that Manacles will take care of those 2 units, but that Dichro is there, and now you got Vinegrafter. AromaNova can do that. We got Blackout the Skies, Reappropriator, the Rock, Fall to Ruin, and Vara Limitless. Much in the void, just a Jada Peacekeeper in the void.
Yep, and this attack is going to give them a regen buffer, and I don't see a way out of this for
Yeah, I don't want to sound overly defeatist, but it's more about like just the role that Soap Yellow's deck plays in this matchup is not really set up to deal with a regen Dichro. Like that, you got to win before that, right? Soap Yellow wants to be the one putting on the aggression and then using the Valise to push damage, not playing behind and then having to stop a Dichro. Nothing Soap Yellow really could do about it. It was unfortunate how this drew, but we talked about before, 3-faction aggro decks sometimes come at a slight cost, and this is part of it.
Yep, that cost is the double primal for Valise. Can't cast them.
Oh, and the reappropriator take the manacles too. Look at that. That opened up the.
Yep. See the animation though, that it targeted the two units, even though it no longer stuns them. But it does pop Aegis or stealth.
Interesting.
Which is weird.
Yeah, and Argo Ironthorn. I mean, that can stun, so that's something, but it can't stun the Dichro.
Yep. And the Dichro continues to have regen. That means that they still can't really attack into this. One thing that they could potentially get is a Lay Siege or an Argo, maybe an Argo's Technique.
Is an Argo's Technique it's not even going to be big enough, right?
Yeah.
And it has regen anyway. Yeah, I don't know. What can Soapy do? What can Soapy possibly do to actually stop the Dichro? Because you don't have point. You can't stun it. Does Soapy have any like targeted hard removal?
I don't even know if there's targeted hard removal besides maybe a double flash right in the format for these factions.
Yeah.
This faction pairing.
You have to
you could silence it. You could potentially silence it.
Oof.
But I mean, they don't have any silence in the deck.
Right. The thing you have to try to set up like a big double block or triple block, but then you have to do that twice because of the regen.
Oh, an Argo could potentially find a sharp tactician. That would be the way to answer one, but of course they have two now. So
yeah. All right, Lay Siege the draw, but it's going to be too little too late for soapyelo, unfortunately. I mean, condolences, soapyelo. First TNE of their career. Did pretty well getting it to game 3 of the finals against AromaNova, but I think it's just going to be too little too late. I think AromaNova's got this one. Dichro's pretty good.
Yep. Dichro definitely is showing its worth in this format. It is 6 cost. It's one of those cards that I thought was just going to be a draft bomb, but it's coming into play and constructed here.
Yeah, I once had Dichro in my seal pool. I did well with that seal pool. Good card.
Oh, that's gross.
All right, congratulations, AromaNova, on taking it 2-1 over soapyelo. You are the champion.